is Beaver, can't finish your curtail. Let's see what he has to say. What's he got for us this time? They're probably Blu-rays.
Aficionados Chris.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Aficionados Chris.
It's a comfort measure.
Aficionados
Shine the
Chris.
lights, shoot the camera, smile for the world in panorama. He likes to impersonate Walk-On.
Jackson 5.
Hey everybody, Aficionados Chris here, and boy do I have something very special for you guys today. Most of you guys who've been watching for a very long time know that I really love cartoons. Doesn't matter which era, 60s, 70s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 80s, 90s, it doesn't matter, because cartoons are something that I really love. The good ones and the cheesy ones, and boy do I have some good cheese for us today. This is a cartoon series that I grew up with because my father was a big fan. He had all these VHS tapes of recordings of the show that he would replay all the time because he was a big fan of this band and its lead vocalist, who would go on to do a solo career, and I'm sure you all know who that is. I am, of course, talking about the Rankin Bass animated series, The Jackson 5. Now, as you can see from what I'm holding, this is not a Blu-ray case, but a lunchbox. Now, as I understand, the Blu-ray and DVD is not being sold with a lunchbox. This is just a press exclusive, so people who get review copies for videos and such get this lunchbox. I did not even know this. It was a nice little surprise. And I got a lot to talk about for the Jackson 5, so first and foremost, let's go unbox this thing quickly, and then we'll come back for the actual review. Alright, so here we have the Jackson 5 complete animated series on Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. Like I stated earlier, this is a press exclusive lunchbox with the Jackson 5 logo. It's pretty cool. I don't get a lot, I don't really collect lunchboxes that much, with the exception of that Muppets lunchbox I got so long ago. So it's nice to have another one. And this is what kind of makes it a little cool. Let me show you this when we open it up. I have not seen any studio for their lunchbox releases ever do this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here's the Blu-ray. We'll get to that later. But inside is a bunch of candy. And I haven't eaten these, of course, because I wanted to share them with you guys. But yeah, it's pretty strange. We got some Kool-Aid.
Roll on town, brown town, check yourself right out. Give us all some Rolos. You got to give us some more of those Rolos.
Jawbreakers, Atomic Fireball, Chuckles, which I've never heard of. I think some of these are 70s candy. Big Red Gum, which I'm actually not a fan of. Sixlets, I believe these are called, like little chocolate balls. A Princess Bracelet. I actually don't know what these are called, honestly. If anyone knows what these are called, let me know, because I've seen these so many years. Always found these, but I've never known what they were called. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments. And this one's actually really cool. It's Pop Rocks, and it actually says it's retro pack from the 1970s. So pretty cool they've actually gone so far in detail with a 70s cartoon series to have some 70s candy. Some Wonka Fun Dip. So yeah, I got a bunch of candy, which of course I'm probably going to eat right away. And inside is just a cool little flyer advertising that this is, of course, the first time the Jackson 5 has been released on media disc, Blu-ray or DVD. And of course, before I forget, this actually comes out January 15th, so this Tuesday, definitely pick this one up if you are a Jackson 5 or if you are a Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson fan. Please pick this up. Now let's move the lunchbox out of the way. and get to the Blu-ray. Now, the cool thing is I just love the rainbow template that they've been using on all the advertising, because call me a sucker, but I love rainbows, and it perfectly, represents the 70s. The complete animated series sticker. And by the way, these are all embossed. You can actually feel all the Jacksons froze. 46 remastered songs. That's the big thing, is that all the Jackson 5 songs have been digitally remastered. Here's the spine. On the back, very colorful. Very kind of, before the Schoolhouse Rock, but the numbers and the letters reminds you of Schoolhouse Rock, believe it or not. Let's open it up. And this is my favorite part, honestly, when we get to the discs. So it's the same artwork, but inside, this is the cool part. All the discs are meant to look like vinyl records. So disc 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, and discs 1 and 2 on DVD. So they basically use the exact same template. The only difference is the logo for DVD and Blu-ray. And we actually have a booklet. So yeah, top of the line release right here, a booklet and disc art. For the first time ever, this complete animated series that includes 23 full-length episodes, which is 2 seasons, of course, and 46 original Jackson 5 songs, is available to fans everywhere with 2 complete songs in each episode. You can join Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael on tour, laughing at their crazy adventures and singing your heart out along the way. Groovy. Yep, very 70s right there. There's a list of all the episodes on Disc 1, which makes up the first season. And then all the lists of the episodes on Disc 2, which make up the second season. And a little peace sign right there. So, yeah, I'm kind of stunned with this release. I'm very happy that they actually put a lot of work into this, giving it disc art and a booklet, a slipcover that actually, with embossing. It's just a great release, and it was well worth the wait. So, well, that's all I have to say about the unboxing part. Let's go back to my chair for the rest of the review. Alright, that was a quick little unboxing of the Jackson 5, so what can I say about this cartoon? Yes, it's absolutely cheesy and silly like any 70s cartoon of its time, but there's just so much heart to it, it's hard not to enjoy, especially if you're a big fan of Rankin Bass like I am, who you all know for things like, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty Snowman shorts, and of course, Silverhawks and Thundercats, 2 really awesome 80s cartoons. But, they got their start doing things like the Jackson 5. Now that we have this on Blu-ray and DVD, I'm anxiously waiting for them to release the Osmonds, which was another animated series based on a popular band of the 70s that I also grew up watching with my dad. And for picture quality, the Blu-ray, it looks nice. I'd rather say decent, because, it's the 70s, so obviously these were made with film and ink cells, so there's a lot of dirt and grain. I love seeing all the dirt and hairs and things. There's something about that there's some charms that I love. I have noticed some small hiccups. Like, I can't actually tell whether or not these are hiccups with the source material or hiccups with the transfer. But some shots I do notice when, in some episodes, it's more prevalent in the Wizard of Soul episode, where sometimes when the characters are moving their hands, there's some fuzzy compression. That's what it looks like to me. I still can't tell if that's a fault with the transfer or a fault with the source material. There's so few and far between that it doesn't bother me in the long run. I'm just really happy to have this entire series on DVD, and just so glad. In fact, let me just pull it out quickly again. I'm mostly just happy that the entire series is on DVD. Even cooler now that it's on Blu-ray, because watching these episodes has been a lot of fun. It brings back so many wonderful memories of watching this with my dad, because the other great thing is people are going to say, why should this be on Blu-ray? How can this benefit with Blu-ray? Well, the big thing is that all the Jackson 5 songs have been digitally remastered for Blu-ray audio, which we all know one thing that Blu-ray is very good at out of the picture quality is audio quality. So the Jackson 5 songs sound fantastic. I can't stress that enough. The Jackson 5 songs sound incredible on Blu-ray. Now, obviously, the big disappointment for a lot of people is the lack of bonus features, which are that there are none. But I'm not getting this for the bonus features. I'm getting this so I can have the show, which is, to me, is more important than any bonus feature, is to have a show like, because a show like this, because I remember that this was riddled with a lot of rights issues, which is why it took so long to get on Blu-ray DVD, because my dad and I actually honestly thought they released it when Michael Jackson passed away, that they released it to kind of bank off of the tragedy, lack of a better term, which was very common back then. We were really hoping we'd see the Jackson 5 during that time, but thank God we finally got it, and on Blu-ray no less. So I say it's worth the pickup, especially if you're a fan of Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, or Rankin Bass, 70s cartoons, Good Cheese. If you're a fan of any of those, I'd say it's worth picking up, or at least checking out. I'm very happy to have this in my collection, and even more happy to have a cool little lunchbox to go with it to have on display. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you all later.